Hey guys, welcome to my podcast, Real Girls Heal Things, and I am your host, Karabo Ramke. I aspire to inspire healing for all of us, growing through my own journey through grief, pain, and heartbreak, and in my own pursuit of healing, I hope to encourage everyone to self-introspect and tap into parts of themselves that hinder personal and emotional growth. I hope by engaging in difficult conversations, we can dismantle toxic cycles that perpetuate our trauma and ultimately strive towards wholesomeness and living as the best versions of ourselves. So, think of this podcast as our intimate space for discussing healing, breaking through trauma, and embracing healthier ways of coping. A sanctuary akin to AA, but for matters of the heart. I hope you find this podcast meaningful and helpful, and do share your thoughts on this next episode. Welcome back to Real Girls Heal Things, the podcast where we talk about heartbreak, healing, and everything in between. I'm your host, and my name is Karaboram K. I'm so happy to be back. I know it has been a minute, but we're back. In today's episode, I just wanted to reflect on the past year. I think most of us really had a tough 2024, and for me particularly, I did have a lot of struggles, and I wanted to share most of them on my podcast, but things were so hectic. There was really no time, but I'm here and I'm trying it one more time. This episode is going to be about reflecting on the past year, setting some intentions for this new year, and also just finding some healing in the process of all the messiness that has transpired in the past year. Happy 2025, by the way. I am so happy that we all made it in one piece. I almost didn't, but we thank the Lord that I am here and I'm able to get back on the mic and shoot another episode for this podcast. Don't know about you, but the new year brings a sense of renewal for me, especially right now. Maybe it has to do with the fact that I'm all the way in a new country and I'm all the way by myself, and I don't really have a lot of distractions. I do have a lot of moments where I sit and reflect and think about ways I can better myself, ways I can improve. And recently I took this big decision to go back to therapy because I realized that I needed to start being honest with myself about some of the things that were hindering my self-growth, But we're gonna get into that a little bit more into the episode. I do feel like this new year is really a chance for renewal for me, and I think it's going to give me a chance to also heal and grow and just become the person that I know that I'm meant to be. And I also know that it's going to take a lot of hard work for me to do that, and it's going to take a lot of radical acceptance and radical honesty for me to reach that stage of my healing, I guess. Today, I just wanted to talk to you about some of the things that I am choosing to heal this year and some of the things that I really hope I can tap into and really and truly heal from. It's a personal journey and I want to share it with you guys, so I hope that it resonates. I know that my content can sometimes feel, I guess, icky for some of you. I don't know, but for those that it resonates with, I hope that you can take this straight to your heart, and I hope it helps you in some way. Reflecting on the past year, 2024, my goodness, what a year. So many things have happened. I have actually been through a lot, and sometimes I just feel like I've been through more than what anyone is able to handle. And I know I share a lot about my journey in healing, but I do go through a whole lot of things by myself that I really don't share with anyone, and those things have completely changed me, and they have been things that happened throughout the year that completely broke my heart and that just changed my outlook on a lot of things and on my perspective, or that really hurt me to a point where I found myself just kind of having a different perspective on life, and some of it was really not good, but looking back also I realized that um I've learned a lot, and one thing that I'm really choosing to heal this year, and one thing that I really, really want to start believing from the bottom of my heart, is that my kindness is not a weakness. I've been through so many experiences in the past year, and I've had so many people take advantage of me, take advantage of my calm aura, and just like who I am as a person. And I just feel like I was taken advantage of a lot. I feel my kindness was really just taken for granted, and I've often felt like I needed to hide my softness, or I needed to hide my ability to feel things, just because this world is so harsh. And I spent majority of this year, no, sorry, I spent majority of last year just hiding away from my feelings, hiding away from how I feel about certain things, about certain people, about certain experiences. I was just in hiding, because sometimes this world can make you feel like being gentle, being emotional, and being yourself means that you are letting people walk all over you. And that has been so painful for me to go through, and especially having to go through it with people that were extremely close to my heart. But in this year, I am choosing to unlearn that idea. I really want to let go of it, because I want to live fully in my softness. I really want to tap into the soft part of me. I want to be okay with who I am, in my gentleness, in my softness, in my um empatheticness, if that's a word, and in my ability to just feel things as deeply as I feel them. I mean, sometimes my emotions do get overwhelming, and feeling everything as an empath is extremely overwhelming. It's who I am. It's really who I am, and I know that feeling so many emotions all at the same time can sometimes make me feel like I'm going crazy. The past few days, that's exactly how I've been feeling, because I was dealing with so many emotions, grieving for my mom. I was just grieving also the year last year, and just trying to pave a new way for this year. And I was just going through so many emotions these past few days, and I don't want to deny my feelings anymore. I don't want to deny my experiences anymore. I want to live fully in how I feel and in my experiences. So those are just some of the things that I'm really choosing to learn or grow into in this coming year. And talk more about some of my intentions also for the new year. I've been thinking about it actually. I've been trying to journal a lot, especially on my gratitude journal. What are my intentions for the year? What am I aiming for? Just in terms of my emotional capacity, and just in terms of the person that I want to be. One of my intentions is to practice radical honesty. It's one of the biggest things that I want for myself, is to practice radical honesty, to be able to be honest with myself about where I am in my life and where I am emotionally, and about what I really want. To just look at the mirror, look at myself in the mirror, and be honest with who I am, be honest with all my shortcomings, accepting them, and still giving myself grace for those parts of myself. It's hard really to admit the truth to yourself. Sometimes it's really hard to look at your own reality, look at your own mess that you've created. It's really hard to admit your shortcomings. It's not easy, but all of that is completely necessary for your growth. I am a big advocate for self-awareness. I have years of practicing my self-awareness, and it's always been a long journey. It's never really been a smooth ride, but self-awareness is key to change, and I've always known that. I've always had it, and I've always practiced it. Even when it's been overwhelming at times, I'd be in situations and I'd be completely self-aware of those situations. And recently, in this past year, I've had so many bad experiences happen, and I've crashed out so many times, and I watched myself crash out during all of that. And it was a struggle, it was hard, it was painful, but I'm aware that it's part of my journey. I'm not embarrassed about it. I feel like sometimes I convince myself to be embarrassed because I think that people want me to be embarrassed about my experiences. But genuinely, I'm not, and that's why I'm able to share them. It's just that I share them, and then I get all these comments that make me feel like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have shared that. But quite literally, like, I'm okay with sharing those parts of myself because those are my experiences. Whether I choose to share them or not, they are my truth. And that's also where my radical honesty comes in. Like, living in my reality and living truthfully in my reality, however that looks like. If I choose not to be publicly honest about my experiences, that's okay. But if I choose to be public with my experiences, that's also okay because it doesn't change that is my reality at the end of the day. So I want to honor all those parts of myself, and I want to honor my journey and just how far I have come in a lot of different ways. I want to thank the version of myself that allowed me to feel everything when I felt it. The version of me that gave me the space to hurt and cry and break down. That version happened and crashed out and did all of that so that I can eventually start everything on a clean slate. And if you know anything about me, you know that I will always start over. I will give myself so many chances. I will give myself as many chances as I get to crash out. As many chances as people have hurt me, I will give myself those same chances to rebuild. No matter how many times I need to do it, I will do it. And I do it all the time. It's okay to stumble. It's okay to fall. It's okay to struggle to get back up, but what matters is that you do. It doesn't matter how many times it takes. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to get up. It doesn't matter how long you crash out, but you always have to get up. We all have our moments of struggles. We all have our setbacks, but as long as you keep trying, that's all that counts. That's all that counts. If you take anything from this little episode, please let it be that radical honesty and radical acceptance is the key to growth. Accept where you are, accept how you feel, even if it hurts. Accept that you didn't deserve the things that happened to you. You didn't deserve the things that you got. You didn't deserve the cards you were dealt. But that's what you got. That's what you got. And guess what? It's okay. It's okay because every day is a new day for you to try again. And if all you do is try again every single day, then you've done enough. That's all that matters. I love you, and sis, let's heal together. We've got this. I'd love to hear from you guys. I'd love to hear about what your healing and your intention for the year is, what you're letting go of, and just what you're choosing to embrace. Let me know. Send me a message. Join in on the conversation. DM wherever you want. Just let me know. Let me know how you're feeling and what you think about the episode. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Real Girls Heal Things podcast. I'm your host, Karabaram K, and I hope this episode gives you a little bit of encouragement to face the new year. I hope it gives you the courage to be intentional with your healing, and please remember that every day is a new chance to start again. Please take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.